Final Judgment 44 here with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype explanation. This is not a deck profile, but if you're looking to create a new deck and can't decide what archetype to join, well, I'm here to help you look and explain how these decks work. Well, this is the deck I use. Meet the Bujins, or better known as the War Gods. They're an archetype that invaded the meta with their level 4 Light Beast, Winged Beasts, and Beast Warrior type monsters, and are based on Japanese folklore. This archetype is centered around protecting your Bujin Beast Warrior with the effects of Bujingi Beast and Winged Beast monsters. Now we are going to look at all the cards that make this deck so great. First is the big boss of the deck, Bujin Yamato. Alright, this is his effect. Once per turn during your end phase, you can add one Bujin monster from your deck to your hand. Then send one card from your hand to the graveyard. You can only control one Bujin Yamato. So, this card can set up your whole strategy by getting your Bujingis in your hand and to the graveyard, all in one turn. Next is the card that you want in your hand at all times. It's Bujingi Crane. During the damage calculation in either player's turn, if a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control battles an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. The attack of your monster becomes double its original attack during the damage calculation only. This is basically the honest of the deck. This card will literally make your opponents not attack you, just because you can get Yamato to tower over almost any monster. Next, we have Bujingi Turtle. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that targets a Bujin monster you control, you can banish this card from your graveyard, negate that effect. This card protects Bujingi Beast Warriors from cards like Compulse. Next, we have Bujingi Hare. During either player's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control. Once during this turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. You can only use the effect of Bujingi Hare once per turn. So, if you have Turtle and Hare in your graveyard, with a Crane in your hand, your Bujin Beast Warrior is almost unstoppable. Alright, this next card is just in case you do not have that Crane in hand. This is Bujingi Crow. When a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control is targeted for attack by an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, negate that attack, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attacker's attack. You can only use the effect of Bujingi Crow once per turn. So, this is basically a magic cylinders from your hand, and so Crane is not the only card your opponent has to worry about. Then we have Bujingi Centipede. If you control a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one spell trap card your opponent controls, destroy that target. You can only use the effect of Bujingi Centipede once per turn. This is your MST of the deck. Then we have Bujin Quillen. If you control a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy that target. You can only use the effect of Bujingi Quillen once per turn. So, if you need that face-up monster gone, or that continuous trap or spell destroyed, then this is the card that can destroy it for you. Now, what if your opponent somehow gets rid of your Bujin Yamato? Well, don't worry, because Yamato has a brother that'll take his place. This is Bujin Mikazuchi. When a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effects and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn during the end phase, if a Bujin monster was sent from your hand to your graveyard, this turn while you control this face-up card, you can add one Bujin spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. You can only control one Bujin Mikazuchi. This card is not as impressive as his more successful brother, but this card will make sure you can keep field presence and still get off those Bujingi effects. Also, with this card's effect, you can look for this next card. This is Bujin Carnation, the Miracle Fusion of the deck. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, target one Bujin monster in your graveyard and one of your banished Bujin monsters, special summon both targets, They cannot be used as Xyz material for an Xyz summon except for Xyz summon of a beast, beast warrior, or winged beast monster. With this, you can special summon that banished turtle or hare with that Yamato to make a comeback and Xyz into the card that will win you the game. This is Bujintei Susanowo. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, take one Bujin monster from your deck, add it either to your hand or to send it to the graveyard. You can only control one Bujintei Susanowo. So, based off the first effect, he can clear your opponent's field, and mixed with multiple cranes, he can tower over almost any monster your opponent has. And with his detach effect, he can get that crane to your hand or get that turtle to the graveyard. There are multiple Bujin cards, and even more on the way, and if you're looking to create a deck that laughs at your opponent's big monster and those face-down trap cards, well, all you need is to get that crane in hand and that turtle in the graveyard, because this is the deck for you. This has been the Bujin Archetype Explained. Thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and comment on how I can make these videos better, and what other archetypes you need explained. See you later.